Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is going to be the first video of book Qasasun Nabi'in volume 1. In every madrasa, this book is being taught in a very unique and a specific style. Generally, they use this book, and not only this book but actually all volumes of this book. There are total five volumes of this Qasasun Nabi'in book. So in madrasa, generally the teachers or the madrasa syllabus is designed in such way that these all volumes are being used to do the analysis of each and every word on the basis of Nahu and Sarf terms. So by following the same rule, we are also going to learn this Qasasun Nabi'in part 1 book by following the same rules. So in this book, we are going to solve each and every word on the basis of Nahu and Sarf and what we have studied in those Arabic grammar books. Okay, so I hope you understand how we are going to solve, and if you didn't, then don't worry, I'm also going to make you understand this better. So let's see. First we have Man kasaral asnam. So now in Arabic language, man is generally used for two different things. So we can say there are two types of man. I hope you remember. There are two types of man. One man is isme mausul and other man is isme istifham. So one man is isme mausul and other man is used for questioning. So if you look here, so there is man. Now the question is, which man it should be? The man used for isme mausul or the man used for question? So generally here the man is used for questioning. Why? Because in the end of the sentence there is a question mark here. So that's it. We solved the man. Now we have kasara. So let's first write kasara. Now the first question is, what is kasara? Is it fail, ism or harf? Because we know that the whole Arabic language is made up of only three things: ism, fail and harf. So we need to ask ourselves, what is this? This is fail, ism or harf. So we can say this is not harf. Why? Because we already know what is harf. Okay, so whether this is fail or ism, we can blindly say this is also not ism. And now the question arises here, how and why? Because in the sign of ism, we already learned that whether the ism will have alif lam, or it will have tanween, or it will have tanis, or maybe it will be tasniya or jama, or there are a lot of different signs, whether it will be followed by one of the harf jar. But here kasara doesn't have any of the sign of ism. So if this is not harf and it also doesn't have any sign of ism, then this is definitely fail. Now if this is a fail, then the question rises here again, because there are four types of fail: mazi, muzare, amr and nahi. So which type of fail we are talking about here? So here kasara is so there are four types of fail: mazi, muzare, amr or nahi. So think whether it is muzare. No. Why? Because there is no sign of muzare in the beginning. Because for fele muzare there must be one of the sign of ala fele muzare, that is whether it will have alif or ta or ya or noon. But the kasara is completely clean from any sign of muzare. So it definitely mazi, it is not muzare. Now you may ask question, why we are not saying this is whether it will be fele amr or nahi? Because in the fele amr there must be the hamza in the beginning. So before kasara there is no hamza. Or in fele nahi there must be la. So there is also no la. So that's why this is neither the fele muzare nor the fele amr or nahi. So it is definitely fele mazi. Now if this is fele mazi, now here again the new question arises, because there are four types of fele mazi: mazi musbat maruf, mazi manfi maruf, mazi musbat majhul, mazi manfi majhul. So first let's see, is it manfi or musbat? Is it negative or positive? So kasara is actually musbat. Now you may ask why. It is musbat because in manfi fail there must be ma in the beginning, but there is no ma before kasara, so it is musbat. Now is it majhul or maruf? So I am reading it kasara. So if it will be majhul, then I will be reading it kusira, right? So this is maruf. Now the next question, which sega is this? So there are total 14 sega: wahid muzakkar ghaib, tasniya muzakkar ghaib, jama muzakkar ghaib, wahid muannas ghaib, tasniya muannas ghaib, jama muannas ghaib, wahid muannas hazir, tasniya muzakkar hazir, jama muzakkar hazir, wahid muannas hazir, tasniya muannas hazir, jama muannas hazir, wahid mutakallim and jama mutakallim. So which of this sega is here? So now we already know each sega of mazi has its own sign. By knowing those signs, we will be very easily able to figure out which sega is this. For example, let's make this kasara. If it will be tasniya, then the alif will be add, so it become kasara. And if this is jama, then the kasara become, let me write it for you. If this is wahid, this will be kasara. If this will be jama, then kasaru. If this is wahid muannas ghaib, then it will be kasarat. Kasarata, tasniya muannas ghaib, kasarna, jama muannas ghaib, kasarta, wahid muzakkar hazir, kasartuma, tasniya muzakkar hazir, kasartum, jama muzakkar hazir, kasarti, wahid muannas hazir, kasartuma, tasniya muannas hazir, kasartunna, jama muannas hazir. Then kasarna, kasartu, wahid mutakallim, and kasarna, jama mutakallim. So now see, each sega has its own unique and a specific sign. So by simply knowing these signs, we will be able to figure out whether which sega is this. But see, okay, I forget write kasara. Let me write the kasara here also. So kasara is wahid muzakkar ghaib. Why? Because every sega has its own sign, but only wahid muzakkar is completely clean from any sign. So here kasara is, which sega is this? This is wahid muzakkar ghaib. So if this is wahid muzakkar ghaib, so now first let us know that what is the meaning of kasara. So meaning of kasara is broke. So now this is a sega of wahid muzakkar ghaib, and the translation will be, he, one man, broke. Okay, so now we have successfully analyzed the kasara word. Now let's go back to the next. Next word is al-asnam. So let me write al-asnam first. Al-asnam. Now first question, whether it is ism, fail or harf. It is definitely ism. Why? Because I have alif lam. Okay, so if this is ism, then what is this? Muzakkar or muannas? It is muannas. Why it is muannas? Because asnam is a plural of sanamun. Sanamun means idols. Asnam means idols, the plural of idols. So now this idols are the al asnam is actually the plural of non-living things, because idol is non-living thing. So when a word which is the plural of non-living things, then it is in the place of wahid, it is in the place of wahid and muannas. So we can say it is muannas. So it is technically it is muannas, but literally it is not muannas. So let's write it muzakkar, because it is completely clean from the any sign of muzare, any sign of muannas, because it doesn't have any tanis or alif mamduda or alif maksura. So let's write it, it is muzakkar. Now the question is, it is wahid tasniya or jama? So it is jama actually. I already told you. If this is jama, then the question rise salim or mukassar. So jama salim have alif waw noon or alif. For jama muzakkar salim there must be waw noon, and for jama muannas salim there must be alif ta. So this is not jama salim, so it definitely jama mukassar. So yes, it is jama mukassar. So now the question, there will be a question for you that rise in your minds, that how we will be able to know whether it is a jama salim or jama mukassar? Because if any word which is strange for you, how will you able to know whether it is jama or not? So simply there is no specific way to find out. Like I told you that asnam is a plural of sanamun. That's how you will remember. You should memorize it. So a lot of reading the lot of Arabic sentences and book will strong our vocabulary power, word power. Okay. So al asnam is a plural of sanamun. Al asnam ismu muzakkar jama mukassar. Okay, what does it mean? It means idols. Okay, and this is plural of sanamun. Sanamun. So we have successfully solved each and every sentence, but here there is the very important step is still need to go. How we are going to translate this? So for translation we need to look for the i'rab. Okay, so let me write this sentence with a proper i'rab. See, each sentence have the i'rab here, but only these two sentences doesn't have i'rab. So that's why I'm writing the i'rab here right now. We will learn later how to solve the sentence without having any i'rab on it, but for now we are solving a sentence which have only i'rab on it. Okay, so that's why I'm writing the i'rab myself here. So actually the man is like this: ka sa ra al as na ma man kasaral asnam. This is the sentence. I already told you what is man, I already told you what is kasara. Now al asnam. So for translating, simply just remember the meaning of man is who. The meaning of man is who. Kasara means one man broke. So see, when someone asks who, then we cannot translate one man broke, because the question is being asked because the person who is asking the question doesn't know who actually break it. So if you write who he man broke, he one man broke, then this translation will be completely wrong. Why? Because we are asking questions to know the information. But here if we translate like this, then it means the person is actually asking the question, and in his question the answer already exists. So which will be completely wrong. So instead of that we are saying who broke. So here what we are doing, we are making the file of kasara as a man, because we know if there is a fail then there must be a file or a maf'ul. So here the file of kasara will be man. So we already know the file. So who broke, fail and file complete. So man kasara is finished. And now al asnam. Why does the al asnam have nasab on it? So there are three or four reason for any word have nasab on it, fatha on it, like whether it will be maf'ul or hal or mustasna. So now whether is it asnam is maf'ul here or hal or mustasna? So it definitely maf'ul. You may be asked why? Because generally if there is a fail and file and if the after fail and file, if there is a word which has fatha on it, then it 99% chances are that it will be definitely maful. So that's why it is maful. So who broke, and now it is marefa, so we are saying the, who broke the idols. Now this makes sense actually. Man kasar al asnam, who broke the idols. So that's the translation of our first sentence. Who broke the idols? Now let's solve the second. Bayo'ul asnam. I'm writing the Arab because it's the beginning and you don't know the Arab here. Bayo'ul asnami. Now let's solve this. So remember, we are reading the actual Arabic book, so there are a lot of words which will be completely new for you. So don't worry, just remember the vocabularies. Okay, so what is bio? Let's first solve what is bio. So bio, whether it is ism, fail or harf, it is definitely, yes, it's actually tricky. I know, but how you will able to know? It doesn't have alif lam, it doesn't have tanween, it doesn't have any any muannas. Actually it doesn't have actually any sign of ism. So do we call it a fail? Let's call it a fail for few minutes. If we call this a fail, now how can any fail will be like this? Bayu. Have you seen any fail? It does. If this is a fail, there are three words in it: ba, hamza, and ain. Okay, ba, hamza, ain. So if there is the three root letters, it must be definitely from sulasi mujarrad. And if this is from sulasi mujarrad, then it should be on the scale of whether nasara, zaraba, samiya, fatah, or karuma. Bayo is actually not in on the scale of any of this bab. See, nasara, samiya, fataha, karuma, hasiba, zaraba. None of the scale is matched with bayo. So this means this is actually not fail. Now if this is not fail, then what is this here? This is ism. You will be asked question why, but let's skip that question for now for few minutes. You will already able to know why. But just remember, this is not fail because it does not comes on the match with any of the existing scale of sulasi mujarrad bab. Now so bio is ism. Let's talk about okay, so now if bio is ism, then what is this? Wahid, tasniya or jama. So it is wahid. I am telling you why. I will explain you later. Just tell it this is wahid. This is muzakkar because it doesn't have any sign of muannas on it. Okay, what does the meaning of bayu? The meaning of bayu is seller. Okay, bayu means seller. Okay, now let's come to the al asnam. So we already did the asnam, so there is no need to do the asnam again. Now let's come to the translation. Bio means seller. So let's write the seller. Seller. Al asnam means idols. Seller, the idols. The idols kyun? Why the idols? Because it is a translation of al asnam. Now let's talk about the reason of i'rab here. We currently we didn't do the translation actually. Okay, we only write down the translation of each and every word, but still we didn't translate according to the sentence here. We are currently we translated the only two existing word here. We didn't translated the whole sentence yet, by following the rules of sentences. Now we are going to solve this, but for solving the sentence, for translating any sentence, we must need to figure out the reason of any i'rab on it, because we already know i'rabs play the important role in translating the any words and sentence. So bio doesn't have alif lam. It is a ism, but it doesn't have alif lam and it doesn't have any tanween on it. So here it is definitely muzaf. Why it is muzaf? Because we already know in Arabic language only muzaf is a word which doesn't accept alif lam or tanween on it. So if bio is muzaf, then the word just after bio will be muzaf ilay. Why? Because muzaf and muzaf ilay always comes together, and in between muzaf ilay, muzaf always come first, muzaf ilay after that. Muzaf doesn't accept alif lam or tanween, and muzaf can have any i'rab, but muzaf ilay will always have kasra on it. So see, that's why meme have kasra on it, jar on it, because in Arabic language there is only two reasons for any word having zer on it, having kasra on it. One, either it is being followed by one of the harf jar, and whether it is being followed by muzaf. So here al asnam doesn't have any harf jar before it, so it is definitely being followed by muzaf. So if al asnam is muzaf ilay, bio is definitely muzaf. So we know when we translate muzaf ilay, we actually show the possession of one word to another. So how we translate muzaf ilay? We simply translate the muzaf and muzaf ilay in such way that we explain or we express the possession of any things for the owner. Okay, so we express the possession of something for muzaf ilay. Okay, so the owner will be muzaf ilay and the own thing will be muzaf. So al asnam. So now generally we translate between the muzaf ilay, we simply add of. Okay, so let's write like this: the seller of the idols. Okay, so after muzaf we add of and then we add the muzaf ilay in English. Okay, so bio means seller, al asnam means the idols, and why we add of? Because it is a tarkib of muzaf ilay, and between muzaf ilay we add of, the seller of the idols. So now alhamdulillah we successfully completed solved the two word. Man kasar al asnam, who broke the idols. Bay'ul asnam, the seller of the idols. Now I'm going to give you the homework. Actually, you need to solve this sentence by yourself. In the next class I will be solving these two sentences inshallah, but for your homework I'm only going to give you only this sentence for you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.